Take your breath. Hi, thanks so much for joining me. My name's Christina Welch, and I'm the owner of Christina Welch Floral. I'm going to be doing a awesome floating centerpiece today, and it's super easy to design and really fun. And there's just very little mechanics, tools involved. So let me show you what I've done. So I've gotten a piece of chicken wire and I rolled it like a sausage. And then I brought all the wires together and I hung it with some wire to my ceiling. And I'm going to start creating my floral piece right here and then down. I have these awesome looking flowers courtesy of fabulousflorals.com. Check them out. And yeah, it's really easy. So thanks again if you're just joining in live on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks so much for joining me. And I'm going to get started. Let me just go over the tools that I used to make this. So I got chicken wire and just rolled it like a sausage and some wire to hang it from a beam. So if you were doing this installation for a wedding, and you want to do it like, let's say the day before, you can use water picks. In this case, I'm not using water picks because I'm just showing you how to make it. And yeah, so the tools that I used to do this was I used wire cutters. You want to get some really good beefy wire cutters because you don't want to cut your fingers and stuff, and it makes it so much better when you cut the chicken wire. And I'm using just my snippers. And I just picked out the most amazing array of florals. So let me get started. I'm going to first start greening my centerpiece. So let me start greening this. And I picked out like a bunch of different textures of greens because I want to give it just a really kind of a fun look. So I got some fresh pampas grass, which is so in right now. And okay, let me see. I'm going to start sticking in my pieces here. And they go in just great. And this chicken wire holds up so amazing. I love it. So let me get out some more of this greenery here. And before we started filming, I went out into my garden and I picked the most beautiful passion fruit vine. So I'm going to put that in the centerpiece here. See how when it just naturally just falls, the greenery, and it doesn't come back out. And then I'm going to put it up here. So again, if you are doing this installation for a wedding, if I have any sort of floral designers joining me, you want to put these stems in a floral water pick so that they will hold up for a good 24 hours. And the fun thing about this too, you can do this in drieds as well. And let's see, see how it's coming together already? You don't have to add a whole lot. And I'm going to get this and put this in here. I'm going to start with the greens, and then I'm going to add the flowers to it. So let's see here. And I'm just going to do this facing, towards you. But if this were like an installation you wanted to do all the way around, you're going to have to like green from the back. Okay. And because you want to make sure you want to hide up that chicken wire. You don't want any of this chicken wire showing, especially if it was for a wedding or a party. And again, these are just super fun. Look at this passion fruit I got out of my garden. Isn't this beautiful? And some of this passion fruit vine, or lilikoi, as they call it in Hawaiian. See, there's still a little lilikoi or passion fruit. They're very, very good for you. They turn purple and they're ready to eat. And you just open them up, super healthy for you. And I'm just pushing the stems through the chicken wire, and it just holds just awesome. I just love it. It's amazing what you can do with chicken wire. So here's a little passion fruit on here. Can you see it? And it's just going to add a little texture to this arrangement. There. See how it's flowy? And let's see, we'll go under here. And when you're installing this too, it's important to, step back for a minute. So I'm going to step back and I'm going to look at it. Okay, so I'm going to look at it, and then I probably need some stuff over here. So I'm going to keep adding. So, don't be shy if you need to step back and look at your arrangement. And this still has the flower on it. If you can see that in the video, it's so pretty. Okay. I'm going to kind of gently strip the leaves a little bit with my hands. And push them through the chicken wire. That's so pretty. Now I'm going to put I got some jasmine vine. And I'm going to put a little of that in there for texture. There we go. Okay, it's kind of caught here. So if you are just joining me live right now, thank you so much. I am creating and designing a floating centerpiece. So I have this floating from my ceiling with wire. Easy to do for parties or weddings. If you don't have any sort of beams in your house or the place where you're going to install it, you can add some hooks into maybe your ceiling and then bring the string down from that. Hook it in. Okay. How is that looking? Oh, that's so cool. All right. This is looking good. And going to add a little bit more greenery. I'm going to kind of stuff it in here a little bit. Kind of fill it in. Fill it in here. Oh, that's so cool. It's looking good. So again, all these flowers were courteous of fabulousflorals.com. You might want to check them out. They have a great variety of florals and greens. They ship nationwide and overnight. So if you are living somewhere where you don't have access to flowers, give them a call. They can help you out and ship them to you. And again, if you were doing this installation for a wedding or a party and you want to do all fresh greens and flowers, you want to put them in in the water tubes. Okay. So that'll keep the greens and the flowers alive for about 24 hours. So let me push this through. Let's see. Okay, cool. I'm gonna keep filling this in. I hope it's looking good on TV as well as in person. So I'm just like creating just like this bush, kind of this hanging bush, greening it first here. And I'm just gonna keep adding the passion fruit, little bits and pieces of the passion fruit. And I got some beautiful garden roses. They're just gorgeous. Okay. Sometimes you look at these and you think, oh my gosh, I can't do this. Well, guess what? You can do this. It's really easy. You just need chicken wire, creativity, and imagination, and you can do this. So look at that. Isn't that cute? It's a little passion fruit on there, or lily koi. And sometimes if you're doing an install on really high ceilings and you have to drop this down, and you're probably going to have to use like a ladder. So, so you might want to, here's a passion fruit flower. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so I want to show that off. So I'm going to just kind of shove it in there. Let's see. Okay. So if you are doing this as a wedding installation or a party, you want to use like a drop cloth. So you don't have this huge mess on the floor to clean up. You just, everything drops on the drop cloth. Okay, I'm going to step back and I'm going to look at it. And it's going to show me where I need to add more. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to add some more up this way. This is looking really cute. This passion fruit vine, I love it. Okay, and got it. That's beautiful. Okay, so now I think what I'm going to do is, let's see this. Let's see, I'm going to step back and I'm going to look at it. Okay, that looks good. I'm going to add some more up here. And poke it through this. I just love this chicken wire. It's just so easy to work with. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to take some smoke bush. It looks kind of like an ornamental plum. And I'm going to stick that in there. Okay. So again, if anybody's joining me live, welcome. Thank you so much. And if you guys have questions for me, please let me know, and I would love to answer them for you. So I don't know how many people are watching me right now, but it'd be fun if you guys ask me some questions. And see this? Isn't that pretty? So now I'm adding my color. And I'm going to go up here. Okay. I can't wait to add that fresh pampas grass. It is so beautiful. It's available right now, probably till about maybe October. And I love to work with it, and I just love it just in a vase by itself, like in my living room or something like that. It just adds so much character to it. Okay, I'm going to step back and I'm going to look at this arrangement again because I want to see what's going on. I kind of know what's going on, but I just want to see what's up. Okay. All right. Let me get this. They're all kind of tangled here. All right. So this is called smoke bush, in case you guys are just tuning in. I'm adding smoke bush to my floating centerpiece with chicken wire. Easy to make, easy to do. All right, that's looking good. I'm gonna cut this in half. Stick it in there. And again, if you are doing this install for a wedding or a party, you want to make sure and use your little water tubes and stick each stem in water tubes. And it'll hold for about 24 hours, okay? Yeah, looks good. Stick this in there. Let's see, some fountain grass. Isn't that cool? It's called fountain grass. And this is really going to add some little fun texture to it. So all this is 3 different types of greenery. And you don't have to use this greenery that I use. You can use whatever you want. And if you want something like flowy, you want to get stuff that flows, like you want to do like the jasmine vine or the passion fruit vine. Ivy works great too. There's so many different types of greens. Okay, let's see. Put a little bit more fountain grass in there. There we go. So if you're new to floral design, this is a very, very, very simple design you can do. I just took chicken wire, rolled it in a sausage, and then just got 2 wires and hung them from the beams in my studio here. Okay, and let's see, here we go. See, isn't that cool? Okay, it's coming together, guys. It's coming together.
The maker mom asks, why not stuff the tube with Oasis?
Well, the Oasis, it gets heavy, and then it gets wet, and then it starts to drip. So that's why I don't use Oasis, and it just creates this, you're going to have a huge puddle mess. So don't use Oasis. And then, you know, again, Oasis is heavy once you get it wet, and then you'll have like the dripping effect. So the easiest way you can do this is just put all your stems in a water tube. But you're going to have to put them all in water tubes, and that's kind of just a little, you know, a little bit more work. But this piece is also fun with drieds. I've done it with drieds. So if you follow me on Instagram, that one picture that I posted, it was a combination of fresh, drieds, and silks. Can you believe it? Silks. I just had some silk stems floating around here. Okay, it's looking really good. All right, let's see here. I'm going to add maybe a little bit more of the smoke. Looking good. keep your questions coming in for me. If you have questions, I would love to answer them for you. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, check out this pampas grass. This is fresh pampas grass. I love this stuff. This is really gonna just really make this thing happen. I'm pulling a little bit of a part here so the stem's not so thick. I don't want to pull it all the way apart because then I don't want the whole thing like falling apart. So I bought some of this fresh pampas grass about 2 weeks ago, and it's just in a vase in water, and it looks great. And I love it. Okay, so watch when I stick this pampas grass in, watch the effect it's going to give to this arrangement. Isn't that cool? Woo! I love it. I just love it. I love this stuff. And like I said, this is starting to become so popular in a lot of like wedding designs and stuff. I'm just taking this apart. And then I'm going to cut it. And the stem's kind of heavy. So, okay, watch. I'm going to stick it in back here. I almost need like the ladder to get up. Oh. A little challenging for it to go in. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Whoops, it's not going to stay. Okay, that's okay. Don't stress out if it doesn't stay. Let me see. I'm just going to try to cut this back a little bit more. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try it again. Okay, I'm going to try it one more time and see if I can go through the back this time and see if I can get it in through one of these holes. Okay, I got it. Oh yeah, that's so cool. So when I design, I like to do like odds. So like I'll need one more of this pampas grass. So I can put it like here, or I can do it over here. But let me see what it looks like. And then I'll start adding the flowers in there and it's gonna look gorgeous. I wish I had a place for this to go to somebody enjoy it, but I'll just enjoy it. Like the bleach dried. And they're starting to be very fashionable, people are trendy, I should say. Okay, now let me cut this stem down. Okay, I'm going to stick this in. Okay, see, it's just like this organic looking, awesome arrangement. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to add a little bit of the smoke bush in there. Okay. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, it's coming along. I hope it looks super good on the film. Okay, I'm going to fill it in a little bit more here. And so there we go. Doesn't that look neat? Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. Again, this is just a really super duper easy install to do. It looks super hard, but it's really not. Just need some chicken wire, lots of creativity, and lots of fun to do. Okay, check out these beautiful garden roses. Aren't they beautiful? Oh, gosh. I'm going to start adding these in. Look at how it just makes it. It's just beautiful. Oh, wow. Those are beautiful. Wowza. They're so pretty. Okay. That crunching noise. I'm going to move over some of this greenery here. Kick it over. See, isn't that just beautiful? Again, you can get these florals from fabulousflorals.com. So check them out. Like I mentioned, they ship nationwide and overnight. So if you live far where you don't get flowers and you would like fresh flowers, give them a call. They will help you out. Okay. Wow. Wow, I just love the garden roses in them. Oh my gosh, they're just gorgeous. So these are called pink piano garden roses. Okay, pink piano. And just keep adding. Wow, it's so pretty. I just love this. Okay, and don't forget, if you need questions, I would love to answer them for you. See that, how it's just floating down. Oop. Okay, here we go. There we go. And sometimes if you place the roses and then the flowers and then you just don't like them, you could take them out. But if you were doing like an, let's say something, a design in Oasis and stuff, I do not recommend you taking the stems out, putting them back in, because you're going to break up the Oasis and then you're going to have a huge problem. But this is why I like the chicken wire here, because if I think that these roses don't look good, I can just take them out. I don't have to worry about an Oasis. Okay, I have these beautiful anemones. Isn't that beautiful? And I'm gonna add these in there too. And again, if you were doing this install for a wedding or a party, you wanna make sure you put these stems in water tubes, okay? So that they hold up. There's nothing like wilty flowers. No, it's so pretty. I'm gonna cut this off right there. Oh, that looks good. See how it's just super organic looking and just threw it together. And I can't see any of the chicken wire. All right, let's see. I think this might be, no, I'm gonna add some more stuff in here. Oh. So I'm gonna step back and look at this. Oh, that's looking good. That's so cute. Maybe put a garden rose over here. Beautiful. So don't be afraid to step back and look. Always at your piece. Oh, move this pampas grass stems. All right, this is looking good. Okay, I think I'm gonna move this little grass out and put it over here. Isn't that cool? I love this fountain grass. Let's put in a couple more. This guy broke. All right. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks neat. All right. Yeah, let's see. That. This is beautiful. Okay, let's see. Make sure when you hang this that it's pretty stable. You don't want this collapsing down in the middle of a party or your wedding. So that's the main, you got to get that foundation down right. Okay, that's really cute. Put a little one up here. Okay, I'm going to add some scabiosa. I brought some. It's called cotton candy scabiosa. Let me show you what it looks like. Isn't that pretty? Can we put this right here? These are kind of like tall and wispy looking, so if you want to give it some wispy look there. See, I like all just the different textures of the flowers, from wild look to more like, I don't know, how do you call it? Just like perfect looking, I guess. But let's see. If anybody has questions, you can write in and ask me. I would love to answer them for you. And here we go. See that? Isn't that pretty? Oh my gosh. I think everybody needs to come over and we'll have a little party in my studio and enjoy this floral piece. I'm going to stick some of these scabiosa stems in there. See how they just kind of hang out naturally? All right, that's so pretty. And let's see here. So, wow, that's really cute. Different fuchsia colors, pinks. I mean, I could really keep going on this piece, but it's really super cute. And there we go. Wow, that's really cute. All right. Put some greenery back here. Oh yeah, that looks good. Maybe a little bit of the smoke bush. Wow, 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 wow. It looks so good. I love it, love it, love, love, love. Okay, I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna look at this. Oh yeah, that's super cute. It's really cute. All right, I'm finishing this up here. And let's see.
What's the wispy purple feather? Someone asked.
It's pronounced alabes. I think it's this that you're talking about. Alabes. And it comes in white, and it comes in light pink, and it comes in this purple. And then this little stuff right here you see is called scabiosa. Okay. I'm going to take this out. I just somehow not liking that up there. And I'm almost done with this. Okay. You might want to sometimes use a ladder.
What's the wheat looking feather?
This is called fountain grass. Fountain grass is what I'm using. If this is what, it kind of looks like a cattail a little bit, it's called fountain grass. I love it. It just adds. Okay. So I think I'm done. I used almost all the flowers I had, and I just used one bunch of each of the flowers. So it was really easy. I used passion fruit vine from my garden. I have the jasmine vine, the fountain grass, garden roses. You can use peonies. I used cotton can. I think it's the raspberry scabiosa, fresh pampas grass. If you can't get a hold of fresh pampas grass, you can also use dried. But the dried is a little bit more stiff looking and not so flowy. And that's what I love about the fresh. It just really flows nicely. And I used anemones in here, and that's about it. So I'm going to just squirt it with some water. And just pretend that this is an install for a party. I'm going to give it a good drink. I'm going to sit back and I'm going to look at it one more time. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh, that's really cute. Let me give the flowers a little drink. Sometimes I use a spray, like a plant spray. And I use that a lot in my wedding work when I do wedding bouquets and centerpieces. I spray it on first and then I spray the water on. So it looks like dew falling on the flowers. It's really pretty. And it kind of shines the leaves up some too. But I just don't want to use it right now because I'm in my studio and I don't want to breathe all that in. So here it is. So I hope it looks good on film. And this is my floating centerpiece. Thanks everyone so much for joining me live, and I can't wait to do another one. And I will let you know when I do another one.